or would. I speak to you for a moment. So, yes, here you want to talk to Mark. So, we will go with may. Yes, because you are asking for something, and we said before that may for asking. Number 2, I am not good at maths. I just do this exercise. I'm not good. So, I might not, couldn't, or can't. Here the sentence is do, so it's at the present simple. Yes, it's ability. I'm not able to do. So we will go with can't because it expresses ability. Tahir travel abroad for business reason very often. So it's his business, okay? It's his business duty. So for sure we will go with has to because the sentence, yes, you are giving advice or your opinion. So had better. Umar talked to his boss to set the matter. There is a problem or something. So he will talk to his boss. Obligation, necessity, has to. You park your car here. I am afraid it is not allowed. It is not allowed. For sure, obligation, mustn't. Here, absence of obligation. Be on time for my interview in order to make a good impression. Always when you have an appointment, you have to be on time because this is the first impression will be taken about you. So be sure you are on time or earlier. So yes, it's a must. Matthew speak the language when he was only 5. So we are talking about Matthew when he was a child, 5 years old. Yes, his ability in the past, we will go with could. The boy escaped his kidnappers by jumping out of a second floor window. He was kidnapped and he escaped from them by jumping off the second floor. So, yes, was able to. Remember, we said able to is about ability, but the difference here we are talking about particular situation when you are describing or expressing ability of a particular situation, go with able to. It is general, can and could is the right choice. I remember to buy some shampoo. Need, must, or could? Yes, must. You bring the report in person. You bring me the report in person. You can just fax it to me. No needs to be here personally. Just fax it or email it. So, yes, absence of obligation. Don't have to. You be so kind as to tell me where I can get some more information. So here there is someone asking for more information, but he is using a very polite, formal way. Always use this sentence in your social life because it gives a good impression about you. So can, may, or would. We said when we are talking about asking, requesting something in a formal way, you will go with would. Would you be so kind as to tell me where I am? Get some information or more information? Okay. Now we will go to our new lesson. As we said, it's a speaking lesson. Here, go for your book, page 64 Okay, we have a question about what types of public transportation exist where you live and how often do you use them. Think of this question. Think about your city and tell me what's the public transportation in your city and how often do you use them. I will give you the answer for me. Okay, well, where I live we have a public bus service. Fortunately, we are about to have an underground and a train. I don't use the buses because as a Saudi woman, I have my own car and I prefer to go to different places by my car with my family or friends. Okay, each one of us will have his own answer belong to his city. Okay, look at this picture please. I want you here to help me to solve a problem or help this man in the picture to solve his problem. First of all, I want you to develop this skill, solving problem, by trying to read the photo here or the picture. What can you see and what can you tell about his problem? We have this man and he has two choices. So what is the current situation? What do you think the current situation if you are able to read the picture? Yes, this man has two choices and it's clear he wants to buy one of them, motorcycle or car. Okay. Is this the real situation or no? We will see now together. Okay. First of all, you have to know that when you have a problem and you want to solve, you have to concentrate on 3 steps. Number 1, you have to know what is the current situation. What is the current situation? Okay. Number 2, what is the problem? What is the problem? Number 3, what are the options that you have or the one who has the problem has? Here, okay, so number 1, situation, what the problem is, then the options. Okay, go to your book, page 87, and try to read, and you will find the you will find a full explanation for the problem. Okay, so the situation is, I am your friend and I have a problem. Find out what my problem is and offer me some good advice. First, as we said, you have to know what's the who's the person. As we said here, it's my friend. What's the problem and what are the options? Okay, you can use these phrases or sentence to build a good sentence. I think he should. I don't think he should because he is a man, so we will use he. If I were him, always when you are talking about something impossible like being someone, you have to use if with past at the first part. If I were him, I would. Buying a, okay, it would be a good idea too. The best solution would be, okay, here are some verbs like accommodate, passenger, verbs and words. Convenient, inconvenient, weather condition, commute, harmful to the environment, cost of gas, drugs, dangerous, and traffic. Okay, so here I am, as they said, teacher alone, so I don't have students to participate, so I will be all of you. Situation, okay, what's the problem? The person's old car broke down and B must get a new means of transportation. He cannot decide what to get. So these are the choices, motorcycle and car. The option, get a car. Car can accommodate several passengers and are convenient for carrying things. Also, you are not affected by weather condition. However, they are harmful to the environment and require a lot of gas. Okay, get a motorcycle. Motorcycles are cheaper than cars and are convenient in traffic. Also, you don't have parking problems. However, you can take only one passenger and it's difficult to carry a lot of things. They are inconvenient in bad weather. So, now I want your answers. You know what's the problem. The problem is the man car is not working anymore. It's broke down. So he must choose a new means of transportation. He has two options, buying a motorcycle or car. Okay, for me, if I am him, I will say, if I were him, I would definitely buy the car because he can use it to commute to work and go on vacation with his family and friends. So it will help them to go daily to his work, and at the same time he can use it to going out, hanging out, vacation with the families or friends. For sure, you wouldn't be able to take your family or friends if your means of transportation is the motorcycle. Also, buying a car is a good idea because of the weather. Sometimes it's unpredictable. Suddenly it's raining or a dusty day, so weather condition will not be, motorcycle will not be a good solution or a good idea for a bad weather day. Okay, more than this will, so bad weather will never affect his journey. It's also safer and more comfortable, especially when you want to cover a long distance. This is my answer if I will give advice for this man to buy a car. When you advise someone to do something or giving your opinion, always think of the advantages and disadvantages of each choice. I tell him what are the advantages of having a car and what are the disadvantages of having a motorcycle. Okay, if I will advise him to get the motorcycle, how can I convince him with my ideas? How can? Yes, you have to tell him what are the advantages. Okay, number one, I will say to him, the best solution would be to buy a motorcycle because it's much cheaper, both to buy and to use. We know we don't just think of the price of buying the car or motorcycle because there are sequences, gas, maintenance, all of this stuff. Motorcycle consume less gas than car and is less harmful to the environment. We have to pay a lot of awareness for our environment. So motorcycle will be less harmful for the environment. In addition, it's faster even during rush hour. You know what do we mean by rush hour? When it's very crowded, like when everyone is going to his house or to his work in the morning and afternoon, it's the rush hour. So if you have a motorcycle, you will be faster. There will be no need for parking okay. طيب. What do you think he will go with after all this discussion? Do you think he will go with the car or with the motorcycle? Okay, here we have a further discussion. Always in your book, they like you to go deeper, further discussion. Okay, discuss the following question. You can use some of the words and expression in the box. What are the words there? Comfort, time consuming, improve, frequent, computerized, complicated, necessity, and application. So please try to find answers for this question. Use these words if you want, it's not must, just to help you. And build your own sentences and practice discussing it to your parents or your brothers, sisters in your house. Number 1. Why do you think many people prefer to drive to school, work, rather than use public transportation? What do we mean by public transportation? It's like train, underground, buses, taxi. It's not something for you, it's something for the public, for everybody in this city or country. Okay, for me, I will say driving to work or school is far more comfortable than standing in a crowded for a bus or a train. Driving is less time consuming and far more convenient because there is no need to wait at bus stop or subway station. You have your own car, you will just go. Public transportation also can be unreliable. Sometimes, you know, we are trying our best to book a car and you fail, or in need of repair work. Also, a car gives me or you the freedom to go anywhere you want. Buses, public transportation like buses and ground train have their own schedule. So you cannot go wherever you want, like when you have your own car. Okay, question number 2. In your opinion, what can be done to encourage people to use public transportations? We know that in Riyadh, inshallah, we are about to have our own train and underground. So do you have any opinion, solution, suggestion to encourage people to use the public transportation? Okay, for me, I have some. Okay, and please think of others and discuss it with your family. Okay, first of all, I think if there is improving facilities for the elderly, people with disabilities, and pregnant women, it will be a good thing. Reliable and safe night service that would appeal to young people, women to use. Reducing the travel time for if I'm driving to my work in 45 minutes, if the public transportation will reducing the time to 20 minutes, I will go with it for sure. Reducing the travel time and new roads within and on the outskirts of the city. As we said, some of us prefer to live in the outskirts. So if the trains or public transportation help or has roads for these places, it will be a good idea. And new daily or weekly, monthly cards with a special price for the young. What do I mean by young? I mean those who still study, so they don't have their own salary. The unemployed and the elderly. Okay. What do you think vehicles will be like in the future? We already discussed this in the previous lessons. As I told you before, for me, I think we will have the flying cars. I think we will have flying cars. Okay, for you, you have to find your, you have to think, depending on what do we have now, what the future will hold for us. what do you think, sorry, is it possible to have a form of transportation that is not harmful to the environment? Okay, so is it possible to have a form of transportation that is not harmful to the environment? As we know, the means of transportation that we use now are harmful for the environment. So does the future have solution for this problem? For me, I will say apart from bicycle, okay, because bicycle is safe, almost forms of public transportation are harmful to the environment as they release CO2, غاز ثاني أكسيد الكربون, I think in Arabic, in the atmosphere. Some experimental cars are already using alternative source of energy. We heard about those cars, hybrid and electricity, they work on electricity. So I believe that in the future there will be a form of transportation that won't be harmful to the environment. Many solutions are taking place right now, as we said, electricity or hybrid gas and electricity. So the future will hold for us better and safer and cheaper means of transportation to save our environment. So please, by the end, I want you to think of a problem. The problem is what are we going on now, which is a virus corona problem or virus corona crisis. So what is the solution for you as a student to continue your education? What is the best solution to have your own schools while you are in your houses? Yeah, we already have the solution, which is virtual school, but I want you to think about it as a problem. What is the current situation? What's the solution? What are the options that we have? Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the class. See you soon.